And you're under the piñata now.
Yeah, so I'm ready to receive that answer.
You're ready to receive. And is there anything else that needs to happen for you to be ready to receive that answer?
Well, I think what I'm saying is that I want that answer. I want someone to give me that answer, and at the same time I know that can't happen. It's got to come from me.
Ah. And so you want someone to give it to you, and you know it has to come from you. And is there anything else about that want someone to give and know it has to come from you?
I've been so confused about it all this time that I would like for someone to come along and say,
you'd like
here,
to.
yeah,
You want
yeah,
to. Here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
you know it has to come from you. And when you want someone to come and just give it to you, and you know it has to come from you, what would you like to have happen then?
I'd like to have I'd like to have the intuition, the answer. I need to have it come from me.
And you need to have it come from you.
Yeah.
And so what kind of a you is a you that an answer would come from?
It's an intuitive me.
An intuitive you.
It's a me that can, as we mentioned before, pull all these things together. And I guess I'm the one that needs to fill up that piñata with all those things.
And you need to fill up the piñata.
Put in all those things that I'm looking for, and then intuitively determine how this is all going to fit together and be the professional life that I'm looking for.
And so is there a relationship between intuition and pregnancy?
Yes, yes, yes. But I prefer not to use the word necessarily pregnancy.
And your gut.
Yeah, yeah. But it's that whole notion of there's something waiting to happen, and I know that region is related because a lot of my thoughts, when I do get intuitive thoughts, they do come from there. So that's where this is going to come from. So that's
And so you do have intuitive thoughts, and they come from there when you have them.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't think I have them enough.
And enough.
Yeah.
And is there anything else about enough?
I would like to have to trust my intuition frequently, or let's say more often than I do now.
And you'd like to trust it more. And so do you have intuition more often and not trust? Or is the enough not enough intuition?
Yes.
Your gut.
Yes, yes. I think it happens more than I am willing to trust it. So,
And when intuition in your gut, whereabouts in your gut is that intuition?
At the center of it, at the very center of it, all things come together in there, and that's...
And the center, and the very center. And whereabouts is the very center of your gut, where intuition and all things come together?
That's the spot that is connected to the universe.
And connected to the universe.
It's connected.
And is
I'm
that...
sorry. It's connected to other parts of me that are also connected. My third eye, connected to the universe.
And connected to the universe. And third eye. And is that the same or different than the spirituality?
It's the same.
That's the same. And the very center. And that's connected to the universe. And that's connected like what? When the very center and the universe?
I see a rope, actually, with white light surrounding it that originates there and actually goes down to the earth through there and goes up through the top of my head to the universe.
And the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and then the very center, and up the top of your head and to the universe, and a white light surrounding it, and a rope. And is there anything else about that rope? Does it have a size or a shape?
Well, it looks like a rope, actually, but it's
About how
it's
big or how small?
It's a fairly thick rope, but it's just encircled with the white light, which makes it bigger.
And
And
when?
it's, I'm sorry, I was just going to say, and it stretches from the earth all the way through.
And from the earth
Yeah.
and all the way through. And a fairly thick rope with white light surrounding it. And when white light surrounds a rope, then what happens?
That's where my spiritual connection comes from. When that rope is intact and everything is working, that's, I guess, when I get my intuitions. That's when the intuition comes. I guess it's not always working.